Welcome back to my podcast. Well, I was pouring myself a large glass of wine, and I guess the lid wasn't on all the way, and I had a bit of an accident. So I'm soaking soap and water on my jeans right now. Hopefully, the red wine will come out. Welcome back to my podcast. Excited to be here. Cheers. I am going to do a few more solo episodes before I get some friends to join me. I have had the craziest, literally the craziest last 6 weekends of my life. I have not been home once except for this past weekend, and it was still crazy because I just graduated college. Woohoo. Um, it was a great celebration. Friends and family came out for it. It was so much fun. So, reflecting back on my college experience, I wanted to talk about tonight, something that I feel like isn't discussed much, and it's about trust issues with not just men, but also females and female friendships. I struggle. This sounds like a fucking red flag where it's like, oh, I have no girlfriends. Like, why? That's not true. I have girlfriends and they are family. But I also really struggle building female friendships and like friend groups. I feel like it takes a long time to like get in my small circle, but once you're in, you're not leaving. You're kind of stuck. But I would kill for you. I will do anything for you. Going off of that, I wanted to discuss the topic of girls because I think it's kind of a crazy topic. I think loyalty should be earned. I don't know. I don't think that just because you have a vagina, I should be loyal to you by any means. Yeah, that might be a hot take, but I feel like that's just really fucking true. Like, why would I, like, oh, like, don't go for him? Like, I had a crush on him like 5 years ago. Oh, babe, like, I don't give a fuck. Sorry. Sorry. Um, Unless it's my best friend being like, he was my first kiss when I was in first grade. Then I'm like, oof, you don't want me to go after him? She's like, no. I'm like, okay, no questions asked. I'm not gonna ask questions because you're in my close circle. Like I was perceived wrong because of that. I feel like some people might mark me as selfish for it, or oh, she only cares about herself, like she doesn't care about whatever the fuck people want to say. I don't really care because those who know me get it, and those who don't clearly don't. And they'll never get that side of me either, which sucks for them. Anyways, I have so many fucking psycho stories about friends, and just like shitty friends who were great friends at one point who just turned like horrible. And most of them, I would say, are from high school. I had some pretty shitty friends in high school. Um, and college, I was really excited to like get out of that and, like move forward. I've realized that mean girls are everywhere, and that's okay. But I keep my guard up with females just as much as I do with men because there's nothing scarier in the entire world, in my opinion, than letting someone in, get to know you like that, so close, trust them, love them, and like bring them into your family basically. And then they do something that that makes you realize you have no fucking idea who they are. And it's like, how could you do that? Unfortunately, I've had that happen quite a few times with friends. So in college, I had a lot of friendships die, especially towards senior year. I lived with 7 other girls, so 8 total. And that's just a fucking recipe for disaster, in my opinion. I'm sorry. What? Um, Obviously, there's bound to have like drama in a situation like that. And there was all the fucking time. And I hate drama. I'm very blunt. If I have an issue with you, I will tell you. And then it's like, okay, let's move on. These people, word choice, these people um, were not like that. I think it's because I grew up with a brother and like I don't know, my family is like that and we just like call each other out on shit and like me and my best friends argue like that and like we're over it within 30 minutes maximum. But these girls, they won't talk to you about any issue. I think we squash it because I'm like, hey, X, Y, and Z. They're like, okay. Then the next day I hear from like 7 other people like, oh my God, I heard about what happened. Like, you guys like aren't good now. And I'm like, what? What? I think that when you tell somebody like, oh, like, I don't want to be your friend, people take it really poorly. and personally, and they just make it their life mission to like start for example, anti-Mia movement. Whereas like I don't think it's that deep. I know that I'm a lot for some people and that I'm not everyone's cup of tea in the same way that a lot of people aren't my cup of tea. Just because I say I don't want to be your friend doesn't mean like I hate you or like we have beef or like things are awkward. It's just like I just don't think we click. It's like a relationship. Like, sorry, like wish you nothing but the best, but like I don't need to see you ever again. I said that to a lot of people. My senior year of college, especially towards the end, of just like, look, like we're good. I just like don't care about you. Don't want to see you. Don't think about you anymore. Unfortunately, that was a lot of people that I lived with, in my very close circle of friends. So, I would rather have zero friends and be alone at school than be around shitty friends who suck and make me feel like shit. And so that's what I did. I escaped Santa Clara, where I went to school the last quarter, let my friend sublease from me, and was like, I need to protect my peace. None of you guys make me happy. You're actually draining as fuck. So I'm going to go. Preface that, like, we're like good now. Like, we never really had beef in the beginning. I just kind of was like, oh, like, bye. And none of them could talk to me about anything. And they just went in circles and circles and circles and talked about me and talked about me. And it was just hurtful. And I think because I come off so like, oh, then fuck you. Like, I don't care, blah, blah. Then they don't realize that it's like actually really hurtful to like find out that like my closest friends were like saying such horrible things about me. I really counted on those people to just be there for me in every way. And then I don't know, to hear what they had to say about me was just like, oh, fuck, like, fuck you. Like, that hurts. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I have a lot of like individual stories that I can get into about this type of shit. But right now it's just like not worth it. I'm sure that I will explain at some point, but like so maybe it's fucking cutthroat. I don't know. I feel like everyone should be cutthroat so that they can have like actual friends that are legit. I'm having a conversation with one of them, like drunk at like a thing, and she comes up and says hi to the friend that I'm with, and I'm like, oh, like you gonna say hi to me this time? Like fuck. She was like, yeah, like I just want to like say like, are we good? And I like made a comment back and was like, dude, like I've been good. Like you haven't looked at me in the past like 2 months. So like, are you good? Cause like I don't even know what's going on anymore. And she was like, yeah, like it's our senior year. I just really want everyone to get along. And I'm like, okay, so are you done being fucking childish? I've been getting along with everybody. Like you're the problem. Anyways, I'm so fucking loyal. Um, but you have to earn that. And you have to be just as loyal as I am to me. Next episode, I'm going to talk about something super crazy. Well, stay tuned for when that comes out. I'm going to try and get that done soon. It's just something that I'm going to need a lot more wine for. Well, cheers. Goodbye. Peace out.